What? Ooh, what it do, ski? It's your boy Farewell34, and today I'm here with my reaction video to the season finale for Doctor Who Series 12. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well. We are going to be seeing the conclusion to Series 12 already. The Lone Cyberman is out and about, and last episode I felt more of just a lot of build-up, although kind of looking back on it a bit, I did feel like there was, you know, some sort of tension, but I feel like I feel like it is one of the two parts where it on its own didn't really stand up too high for me. But let's see how it compares with the second half of the story, and just what sort of cohesive ending are we gonna have to this season? Are we gonna maybe sort of drag on to series 13 and this just sort of we're gonna keep going on from there, or are we gonna have a sort of definitive ending for the Doctor and the fam here? So very excited to see how this one's gonna turn out. One of the fam go? Will the whole lot go? Let's find out. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Earlier this year, I caught up on the show fully, and then I was watching it live, but this is going to be the last episode that I'm watching until the long slumber with everyone else this year. So it's going to be cool. I think it comes back. No, I think it takes a while to get a season done. So no more Who. It's going to hurt my heart, but yeah, the show definitely has a special place in my heart, and probably fill it up with some classics and some more spin-offs. But with that being said, let's check out the finale for season 12. So cool. Yeet. All right, let's get it. The master's gonna spill some tea. The time, children.
How are you here?
Take my hand.
Never. Play a game.
Keep in mind,
I'll be back.
Yaz and Graham are about to die.
And it's not a game.
Oh, these Cybermen are kind of cute, though.
Look upon my work, Doctor.
Why did you do this? All this death finally made you happy?
Ecstatic.
And has it calmed all the rage?
Take a tour through the capital. Or
True.
its ruins, but you can't help them.
Notice us. That way, we can move around and get off the ship.
So you want us to disguise ourselves as Cybermen?
I don't think it works like that.
We only need to do it for long enough to get us out of here.
Guys, this is not how it works. You're gonna get drilled in you. You'll have USB ports.
Connection into the
Yo, we really about to go 3 for 3.
This is my weapons store.
Oh no.
Recognize the old place?
Screening room there.
You stand an interior designer master.
naturally.
Goody.
Why would they join you?
The planet formerly known as Gallifrey.
No.
Don't heckle, dear. It's drenched in the blood of our people.
And so what is that little, like, pot of greed
For Gallifrey.
that Ryan's got? He's gonna become a warrior.
Be lucky.
It's not looking too good for the fam.
All right?
Yeah. You?
Yeah.
I think you're such an impressive young woman. Never thrown by anything, always fighting.
Thanks.
You said to the doc that you thought she was the best person you'd ever met. You know what, Yaz?
I think that's you.
I think you are. But you're never afraid. And you're never beaten. Doing your family proud, yes, you really are. In fact, you're doing the whole human race proud. Oh, sorry, I haven't offended you, have I?
It's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. You're not such a bad human yourself, either.
So, is that it? I've just said all them lovely things about you, and all you give me is you're not such a bad human.
Everything you knew was a lie.
Oh my, really about to blow
You get to
cannon out
face
the water.
truth
Oh god.
with me at your side.
Chris.
Do you really think I'm gonna believe anything that comes out of your mouth?
Hacking the system. I got lost in there.
What truth? Don't let the Cybermen take them.
I'm sending you deep into the Matrix to understand the truth
Oh, here we go.
of Gallifrey
Oh boy.
and of the Time Lords.
No. Not like this.
optimal proximity.
That was good. I mean, to my understanding, I didn't think you could control the Cyberman by just going inside of it like that. I thought it wouldn't work unless you were converted, but nah, it's okay.
Welcome, Doctor. Before everything we know, there was an explorer. Her name was Tecteun, from a little-regarded, sparsely populated planet called Gallifrey. Tecteun was the first of Gallifrey's indigenous race, the Shobogans, to develop space travel, risks to explore the worlds. And it was on one of these distant, deserted worlds on the far edge of another galaxy she found something impossible. A gateway. Tecteun glimpsed the infinite through that gateway. Neath the monument, she found a child. Abandoned. Alone. She chose to rescue the foundling and adopt this refugee from another realm as her own. Together they explored the universe. Child remained a mystery. Playing with a friend like any other child, there was an accident. A catastrophe for the child she'd saved, now lost to her. Child regenerated. First regeneration of any person on the planet of Gallifrey.
And here goes what's left.
First trap sprung.
They're on the march. Oh.
Colby.
I did it! In the hoop! Swish! Great shot.
Oh no, Ryan, don't flex.
The Cyberman. Well, me, technically.
Fam, no! That's what I'm saying.
Get inside now.
Stop it. I'm still trying to just process what was just explained right now. I'm gonna save my comments to the end for the most part.
Death particle. One particle. The Siberian created it. Through me.
I see how you got there. An AI wanting to create more things in its own image, but it lacks vision. Right, what if we workshop this, kick it around a bit? I have a nose.
You question the strategy of the Siberium.
I do. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. Any idiot can make themselves into a robot. It's not special. But if you want to be the dominant force in the universe, I can facilitate that.
Explain.
Because I burned this citadel. But if I have one weakness, it's that I am a bit of a hoarder. Had a new landscape to explore. She dedicated her life to studying her child. Tested the theory on herself. Put her own life on the line. Spliced into herself the genetic ability to regenerate. I didn't know any of this. Did you know any of this? Nearly there. The planet of Gallifrey evolved. Shobogans grew in knowledge and ability. They built themselves a citadel. They discovered the ability to travel through time. With Tecteun, they became a self-appointed ruling elite, regenerate into future generations of citadel dwellers. But he would restrict the regenerative process to a maximum of 12 times. The timeless child became the base genetic code for all Gallifreyans within the Citadel. Time Lords. The foundling had become the founder. The rest, as they say, is history.
What's so funny?
What, you are the child?
What happened to the child?
Oh, Doctor, really? Haven't you worked this out yet? The child is you. You are the timeless child.
No. No, I'm not.
You always have been.
Anything like this. Hey, you never think of doors? Big,
Damn.
lockable doors, indestructible door.
So then what's going on with the other doctor? What's is that just somebody who managed to have the splice gene outside of that pool of the Citadel of the Time Lords at some point in this previous history, and it just been rogue this entire time? Oh, I don't know, man. And then we also mentioned the whole other universes thing. I don't know. Let's see. Let's keep going. And the Cybermen being completely mechanical. Oh. Oh no. Yeah, Yaz and Naz and them came.
How about now?
I gotta say, I really do like his master though. He's always so jazzed.
Whole cyber carrier worth. Perfect.
Not leave me while I live.
Oh.
There goes him. He's becoming a Transformer toy now. Oh, that's crazy. You see the blood too dripping.
For his chamber to be smashed open. Oh. Shoot. I should have said, somebody needs to cut you down to size, then zapped you. I'm just trigger happy. I'll use it next time. Performed well.
His elevator pitch.
Knowledge.
They're gonna mix.
Time Lord knowledge. Put it together, what do you get?
Wow. That was quick. At least my
This is no time to be sleeping.
It's getting really spicy now.
I know my life.
You really don't now, I guess.
I know who I am.
No, you don't. You never have. I wish it wasn't true, but it is. All I am is somehow because of you, and believe me when I say I cannot bear that. I'm not sure you can cope with much.
I have a right to know my own life.
I'm not sure it's gonna make you happy.
Oh no. What else do we got?
The policy of the Time Lords is clear. Strict non-intervention in other worlds and times. However, policy and reality sometimes diverge.
Wait.
That is the purpose of the division.
So,
Tests
the
we
doctor
set
was
you.
Brendan?
These results are the best
Those
I've ever
images.
seen.
Island, I've seen them. In my head.
I propose
So the whole Brendan experience
That was
was
done long
really
before
with
I
the
got here.
division. It was just sort of
Everything
coded, dude.
here is
It just seemed like it
redacted.
was
Blocked out.
in whatever year it was, like
All
in the
but erased.
1900s.
I transmitted them into your mind as you track the Cybermen.
Yeah, it's the same story.
You can decide.
What do we...
Detector you leave these images for you to decode one day.
Then turns into Hartnell?
What you heard?
Ooh.
A new race could be created. Eh?
Time Lord. Organics with the ability to regenerate and self-repair. Perfect army, right?
We're just stacking everything.
Right?
Oh, that's so funny. I said, what if the Daleks and the Time Lords merge? I said that ages ago. I guess the Cybermen were the one to get that treatment.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, they got sad faces.
Good dog. Wait.
No. What?
Yes, it could. No time to lose. Don't move. Oh, that's right. You can't.
She can't cope.
For Gallifrey.
This is a lot of. This is a huge information dump.
Time Lords.
The end of the universe itself.
What was on the other side?
Alright, the whole squad's here.
All this.
That's what I'm saying. I was doing.
You me all that time ago. All my memories of you erased. Did they force me back into becoming a child? How many more of me are out there?
I don't have those answers. But say I did. Would they even help? Have you ever been limited by who you were before?
Now that does sound like me talking.
Still work to do out there. Lives at stake. Armies being born. People need the Doctor. Get out of here. I know this place has blown your mind.
Of course! All this history, all these lies, it's too much stimulus. It might work.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking to myself again. It's a good sign. Thanks, Doctor. Still here. No, shut up. I need to concentrate. Ah.
Oh, we're going through all the doctors. I destroyed the barrier with the theme song. This is quite a lot, honestly. Oh, they got good navigational skills.
You right, Doctor?
My farm.
He's not dead then.
Are we having a party? All those memories.
And the plan?
The cyber ship's parked up in the middle of your hometown. It's ripe for blowing up.
We're gonna strategically place bombs around the ship, including some close enough to the core.
Yeah, activate the particle.
So we're gonna cut, explode it,
Only if you've got a way to
situation
get us off
solved.
this planet before it hits.
You
I thought they were just gonna leave that for a bit, but how are they gonna find the little Cyberman? Oh, I guess they just find him. You needed
I
it.
think I didn't feel you connecting to me.
1v1 me, bro. We must be in the last like 15, so let's see how they rank this up. Oh, they got these ones got really bad aim.
Sorry, what's happening now?
This can take us all home.
Don't touch. Still working. Any explosives left?
One.
If the Master and the Cybermen get off this planet, they'll be unstoppable. And I would do that in a heartbeat. For this universe. My fam.
We're not letting you go. You're not doing
Get
this.
off me, Az! Please.
Well, who's gonna be the one to sacrifice themselves? Because the Doctor's not gonna do this.
Yes. Come on.
Well, Ryan's out of that vote. He said go for it.
I definitely said no plus ones.
The information, the strategy, the consciousness. It's a beautiful thing.
You think that could destroy me? You think that makes me lesser? It makes me more. I contain multitudes more than I ever thought or knew. You want me to be scared of it because you're scared of everything. I am so much more than you.
Oh. So why are we here?
Yes. This time,
Go on then. You were the star of all of this, and I'll finish it.
No.
Come on! Come on! Doctor, you may have made me, but I have destroyed you.
Or Jack pop up and save her? We.
Excuse me. No gate crashes.
You can't still be here. I set the controls.
I followed you out. They tried to stop me. But I wanted to be sure that these things are gone. And now I can be.
No.
Mine to finish. My journey ends here. Run. Run, Doctor!
Run, you clever woman, run!
Doctor! Still feeling confident?
I guess if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be the general that they introduced 2 episodes ago.
Killed you first.
Thanks. Home, sweet home.
She gonna leave him?
Maybe just need a moment.
Yeah, take some time to just process all that. Relax. Oh, fuck! Oh my god, I hate alarms.
What?
Gentlemen, cold case unit, fugitive, the Doctor. Sentence, whole of life imprisonment, maximum security facility.
Damn! That's it for season 12. Oh man. And that was my reaction video to Doctor Who season 12 episode 10. That was the finale. I've actually wrote down a bit of my thoughts here just because I felt like this episode warranted a little bit thorough explanation. Like I said, as you saw throughout my reaction, there was just a lot going on. I was trying to just keep a little tab on everything. So let's just go through it. Some things that I enjoyed this episode was I liked seeing the Master return again. While I did feel like he was a little bit nutty and over the top, I think the subject matter warranted it. We saw at points that one-up the Doctor, defeat the Doctor. I think he got her in a situation where she almost had to kill herself and to beat the Master. So, and this was like a pretty grandiose plan, I guess, of getting the Cybermen involved and whatnot. So I think that kind of warrants the over the topness here. But like again, I think I enjoyed I believe the actor Sasha. I think I enjoyed his performance quite a bit. Something else that I enjoyed here that was actually earlier on was the interaction with Graham and Yaz. That was probably one of the most, I guess, heart-filled moments of the episode, if there were many. So there's 2 ways that I felt about the interaction. On one hand, I was sort of like, you know, this is a genuine, sweet interaction between 2 people who've been traveling across space and time with another person and the Doctor. They've probably off camera spent quite a bit of time together, you know, having, you know, real talks and etc, etc. You would see a lot of their full-on character. Obviously, we as the audience have it, and that might be a problem. So I can get where Graham is coming from. But on another hand, it's just like we've almost barely seen them on screen together, having any sort of heartfelt moments like that, or anything that warranted, at least from our perspective, that sort of a moment. So while it was sweet and nice, it sort of feels a little bit underserved and not really rewarded. So it doesn't get the full emotional payoff as I think it should have, but I still think it worked for the most part. And I honestly thought for a millisecond, just for a second, that they were going to sort of do a bigger play here with Yaz. You know, we've seen her bossing up a little bit throughout this season and doing more and becoming, you know, a bit more three-dimensional than I think in series 11. I thought we were going to go with her making a sacrifice. Obviously, we had this random general at the end of the episode to do that, to save the Doctor. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but I thought we were going to lead up to Yaz being the one to step up to the plate, save the Doctor, stop the Master and his master plan. Obviously, that wasn't the case, and we just had this random general that we don't give a shit about do it. Kind of a bummer. And that could have tied into the idea of her sort of mimicking Clara in a sense a little bit earlier on this season, of her wanting to be the Doctor, or even potentially fancying the Doctor a little bit. Like, it could have been a thing where, like, you gave me this great... Oh my god! gave me this great experience of traveling the universe, etc. You know, this fam just like, I got you. You don't have to make this decision or whatnot. Or she just sort of jumped the gun on her own accord and made that decision. Well, and if we were gonna go that route, we've got a whole nother series where they're clearly alive by the end of this in this sort of cool looking house TARDIS that it transformed into, which is probably gonna be, I guess, a safe haven for these other people who managed to stay alive. But could have tied into some serious themes if the Doctor's gonna go back to the fam at some later on point in the next season where she settles all this, you know, being in prison storyline. We could have, you know, Graham obviously pissed off after he just had that conversation with her and that relationship they've established. Ryan being cheese, and then maybe when the Doctor comes back, they don't even want to spend any time with her. They say, yo, we don't like you. You almost got us killed, you know, etc. etc. Yaz is gone because of you. You know, them shifting the blame on her. I don't know, that's just me rambling a little bit on about something that I think would have been cool. But continuing on, I also enjoyed I guess the directing in the first bit of this episode with a lot of the frames here with the lone Cyberman. I love the colors with like the neon blue, whatever it was, with the Cyberman just looking fucking menacing earlier on in this episode. I loved all that. I really liked the interactions with the Master along with the lone Cyberman here, and then him sort of just taking the piss on him and just making fun of him about wanting to be robots and having a grander plan. I loved all those moments here in this episode, and I thought they were genuinely funny and led into a kind of interesting aspect to this one where the Master seemingly wanted to commit suicide and sort of have the Doctor, the person that he despises most, be the person to kill him. So I thought that could have been a more compelling aspect if we dived into that a little bit more. But yeah, I just have a lot of scatterbrained thoughts about this episode, so those are some of the things that I liked for the most part. But I feel like the Timeless Children, while there was a lot of like exposition and information that was dumped on us, like, okay, for example, let's go through some of the big revelations here. So, one, person from another planet. So before the Time Lords, before all of that, the Gallifrey and all that nonsense, we had another planet and another person came, explored the universe, and then found this timeless child from another universe, adopted this timeless child, which is the Doctor, and then went and led on to make Gallifrey in the high society and, you know, the regenerations, etc. So something that caught me off guard that I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but the Doctor is apparently from another universe. That seems like pretty big information here. And that also leads to this whole other mystery, like, where is, if this timeless child is truly the Doctor, because there is some sort of, like, potential areas to sort of just be like, oh, the Master was lying. Where is this other planet of people who can also regenerate, or are you just a special person who could? You know, just all the sort of ideas that sprawl out of this new information. At least as far as the episode's concerned, like, forget all that, like, that's not the point. I guess those are questions for another season, or we're just not going to address them. And I think one of the big points this episode that sort of didn't really sit all too well with me, and I'd love to hear a lot of your guys' thoughts on this in the comment section down below, is that the Doctor was elaborate and special. I don't think I like this idea. You know, while you know, granted, we've always, you know, been watching this Doctor, and at different iterations we've seen the Doctor sort of be boastful and almost come off like, yeah, I'm the shit, I'm kind of different than everyone else. Like, to me, that's not what the Doctor really is. It's like sort of this person who got fed up of the Time Lord and their ways and just randomly stole a ship and then became good and then sort of gained this notoriety throughout the system. That was, to me, what was a cool idea about the Doctor. I don't know, maybe I got to think about it a little bit more, and I'd love to hear a lot of your guys' thoughts on that, but I, off the jump and first viewing, don't like that idea. So let's talk about this episode a little bit more. I'm going to try not to go super crazy in depth with it, and I probably still got to process a little bit more. But while I've said throughout season 12 that I think Jodie's performances have been really good, and there's been some character-defining moments where like, oh, this is a Doctor, etc., etc., the finale here didn't really... I don't feel like Jodie had all too much here in terms of material and... I guess the performance. I wasn't a very big fan of it here. Granted, she was sort of in this constrained force field or whatever it was in this energy field, so she couldn't really do all too much. I feel like I could have connected with her a little bit more, and I didn't here. Especially for a big finale and all this revelation. I get that she's sort of shell-shocked and there's a lot of confusion about her history and whatnot, but like the performance here just fell flat for me. And I think one of the things that I came out by the end of this episode, one of the things that really surprised me was just the lack of a sort of payoff after this, you know, hour and 5-minute runtime, shooting all this new information at us this entire episode. We're introduced to this new idea of the Cyber Time Lords, whatever, by the end of it, and they're only in there for like 10 minutes. Didn't really give a shit about them all too much. While initially they kind of might have been a cool idea with the idea of regenerating, they just kind of, they looked, to me at least, they looked kind of silly. Also, Gallifrey and all the Time Lords and the Master are destroyed again. But yeah, after all this new information, we're just sort of continuing on the adventures. The Jadoon just hop inside the TARDIS, and we're just continuing off into a new season after all this information for this, which is supposed to be the culmination of the series 12. It just left me feeling rather unsatisfied and underwhelmed. I think that's like how I would describe the finale, for me at least. We have the big reveal also that the timeless child was a doctor. Kind of just like, what? Really? It wasn't Joe Martin. It wasn't the other doctor that we were introduced to this season. Like, they could have made it the Master. Like, I thought for a second that's what they might have done. And it could have explained and fallen more in line with his character being so mad, always feeling this, you know, just how we've known the Master to be, just always flustered and not fitting in, being sort of a pawn. I feel like that would have made more sense, to me at least. The Doctor, I kind of just... it just doesn't sit right with me. And like I said, when I said I felt a sense of being unsatisfied or this underwhelming, it's because we go through this entire journey, right? Having all this information is dumped on us. The other Doctor comes in during the Matrix scene, and she sort of just tells the Doctor, even if this is true, whatever, what difference does it make? And that sort of just, to me, as a viewer, thinks like, why did we have to go through this whole ordeal then, if this isn't going to impact us? I mean, granted, this could be some sort of big change for season 13, where we have the, what were they called? I was going to call them the Discord. Oh, sorry, the Division. I think they could, like, what, like, I guess they're going to be a bigger focus for season 13, but I don't know. Why did we do all of this? Was there like an underlying sort of like cohesive theme or idea that was sort of hammered in about the Doctor coming through this whole sort of like this revelation? No. So why do we have to go through all of this? It's kind of how I feel about it. I mean, to me, I'm guessing they're just going to sort of line it up for a bigger long game reveal in season 13. I don't know. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that one. That kind of left me feeling weird. But like I said, there were some pretty decent moments this episode between the Master and the lone Cyberman. Some of the character interactions I thought earlier on, some of the framing. But ultimately, I kind of found this finale for the season to be underwhelming. A lot going on here with all the new information being thrown at us. I think the idea of the Division with this whole new backstory was kind of cool, but as to why there was a perception filter over the whole Brendan situation, and we had like a solid portion of the last episode go over this Brendan thing just to be like, it was a perception filter of your old life as a timeless child, is a little bit beyond me. I don't get the point of it, but I mean, maybe we'll have more of it explained later on. So anyway, guys, that was just sort of my mangled thoughts on this finale of season 12 for Doctor Who, guys. But what do you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. What you like, what you didn't like, the season as a whole. Let's have a conversation going in the comment section down below in the Discord. I do think overall, though, season 12 was better than 11. See where 13 is going to go now. So as always, if you enjoyed this one, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But with that being said, guys, I love you. I will see you all for the next season of Doctor Who, whenever it happens. Failey McWhaley out. Peace.